Hello, Libra. Thank you so much for being here. This is Spicy Sunflower Tarot. I have the Light Seers Tarot cards by Chris Ann, giving a few shuffles. Libra, my intention is to give you an overview for the month of October. Your season is here. Happy birthday. Celebrating Libra. I love the sign of Libra. I want to make sure that you know that Libra can be your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, Mars or Venus. I actually have Libra in the sign of Venus. So I get a lot out of Libra readings, and Libra is just such a well-balanced individual. Those too many that popped out there. So I'm going to throw those back in. While I'm shuffling, please tune into your intuition, your heart, your mind, your soul. Just quiet yourself. Take a deep breath. I'm going to lay out the cards for the Celtic cross, and then we're going to come back and talk about them. Boy, you have a lot of jumpy energy. Are you feeling a little jumpy? Are you feeling a little anxious? A lot of things want to be said or spoken about, or you're anxious to communicate some ideas or some thoughts or some actions. You are an air sign, so you're full of bright ideas. Your mind is sharp as a tack. This is the challenge. And what's coming out for your top of the spread? What's on your mind? Like I said, I'll come back and talk about these. What led you here, your recent past? What about the bottom of your mind or your heart or your soul? The Hermit? What's the future? Interesting. Okay. So internal, external, hopes and fears. I'm only reading cards today in the upright. So if they are upside down, I will flip them just because I am intending for just the real meaning of the card. So I have Two of Wands. That's at the bottom of the deck. That's fire energy. That's passions, pursuits, artistic creativity. It's inspiration. It's a job. But it is a choice that needs to be made. Whether you're going to stay in your comfort zone and do what you've always done and keep getting what you've always gotten, or are you going to make a break for it and go out into the world and see some things and touch some things and experience some things and eat the food and drink the wine and do what they do in Rome, what the Romans do. So I think you're on the fence. Two of Wands is being on the fence. Stay in your comfort zone where you know what to expect, or go out and explore your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations. Make your dreams come true. Maybe travel, see the world. That's really what's coming through. So at the heart of your spread is the Nine of Swords, which is, it's kind of making me feel sad because this person is supposed to be sleeping at night, laying their head on their soft pillow, in this beautiful, quiet, calm evening, but instead sitting up with their head in their hands, crying, upset, not able to rest because these crows flying above the head represent thoughts. And there's 9 of them, that's a flock. And that's a lot. What is it, a murder of crows? So it's just too many things to be thought about in the month of October. Could be starting off the month of October in this energy of there are so many things to think. Like I said, jumpy, anxious, fidgety, not able to relax, because even when you're supposed to be getting good restful sleep, which is how we heal, it's how we rejuvenate, it's how we come back to life for the next day ahead and prepared to meet all of our challenges, we're just overwhelmed mentally. We feel like everything is just caving in on us, and if we don't get some relief, we could risk just being mentally exhausted. So Nine of Swords showing up in the current energy. Not sure why. Maybe you understand this energy for you, but it is sword energy. So it's common for you to be in your mind. This is just insomnia, not getting sleep at night, not being able to rest because there's just too much going on. And what challenges that? It's actually a good challenge. So I think for your benefit, the Chariot comes in. The Chariot is major arcana for the sign of Cancer. So you could be dealing with the Cancer, and a Cancer comes in and saves the day from all of this stinking thinking. Or you get a new car, A. You take a trip, B. You get in your proper mindset for what you want your future to look like, and you go. So this is move ahead, move forward energy. And that's why I think it's a good challenge, because if you truly are sitting here in this kind of energy, and then this shows up, the Chariot, moving you forward, moving you out of that's a good challenge. Either way, it's a challenge showing up, but it's a good one. So what's on your mind is the Star. And the Star is, beyond a shadow of a doubt, like someone in a jury trial, you know that your wishes, your dreams, your hopes on that star, wish upon a star, twinkle twinkle little star, all of those nursery rhymes, or all those things you used to do as a kid when you hoped that your wishes would come true. You are manifesting into what you always wanted to be. This is where it's very interesting, because Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Are you going to sit in your comfort zone and just keep being, the same old you and worrying and fretting? Or are you going to get in your Chariot and go make your dreams come true? I think beyond a shadow of a doubt that your star is here for you. And I think it is time for you to put your dreams into motion and to go and make them happen. This is also a very blessed, angelic card. So you might be feeling right now like you have your angels on your side. Angels are watching over you. It is a very celestial, beautifully blessed card. So on your mind, there is this sense of knowing that it's the major arcana for the sign of Aquarius, which is your air cousin. And so I think even though you're not getting good sleep at night, you're thinking too many things all the time, one of your most profound thoughts is your dreams coming true. And it's just a matter of making them happen, getting in that Chariot of yours and riding off into the sunset to make your dreams a reality. What led you here is the Eight of Pentacles. And this is you being hard at work, you mastering your craft, being a subject matter expert, being the one staying until the candle is burned at both ends, essentially. Maybe that's why you're not getting good sleep at night, because you've just been working your tail off. You've been burning the midnight oil, as they say. You are the one that everyone goes to. Maybe you are the boss. Maybe you are a leader, but everyone trusts you. It's pentacle energy. It is all about solid effort. So it's monetary gain, or you're expending your energy to be at that job. They pay you and you put your energy in. It's an exchange of energy, but really Eight of Pentacles is you just working your ever-loving tail off. And I think it's for a good reason, but maybe that is why in your heart of hearts, at some point this energy has to be fulfilled, because you really want your dreams to come true. You really want to do that thing, open that business, take that trip, see those places. Like I said, Two of Wands, you really want to get out there and have passionate experiences, get in your Chariot and ride off into the sunset. But down here in the bottom of your spread, in the soul, the basement of your reading, is the Hermit, which is you needing to take some time to be by yourself, you needing to purposefully, socially detach to go be by yourself. It's not a bad thing. Hermiting yourself for a period of time is actually very wise, because in order for us to see the light that is available to us, we have to see the light within us, which is very beautiful, because the star is shining on you up in the top of your reading. The star is here guiding you, directing you, encouraging you. I really think, Libra, to go take some time to yourself, be alone, think your thoughts, dream your dreams, have your visions. This is the major arcana for the sign of Virgo. So you could have a Virgo in your life, somebody that speaks wisdom and truth to you, that guides you, directs you, encourages you, or this can just be you embodying the energy of the hermit, going within, going away by yourself. Maybe you need to go check yourself into an Airbnb or a hotel, and you just need to be alone. Maybe you need to come to terms with who you are and what you want out of your life and what you want out of your future, so that you really can make your dreams come true, make your dreams a reality. As you move into the future in the month of October, we do have the Three of Swords. So it's more air energy, it's more thoughts, but this time it is about heartbreak. This is the reminder of previous pain. This is remembering mental issues, pain, challenges, someone that broke your heart, something that broke your heart. This can also be um, the card of if you're in a relationship and there's supposed to just be two people, turns out there was actually three. That is a Three of Swords. And that's just, it's remembering, so that, you know, we think we've stitched our heart together. You can see all the little stitch marks in this heart. And then lo and behold, oh no, if we pull this one string, we've opened it back up again, and now there's blood, and now there's all this pain. And maybe that's what is keeping you up at night. Who knows? But the Three of Swords, as you move into the future, why I'm making so much discussion about it is because it doesn't show up just to hurt you. It shows up because it needs to be healed. So if that is something that you can consider as you hermit yourself off, you know, how can you heal the things that have hurt you so that they quit being sources of issue for you? You know, the only way to free yourself is to heal. So we have to feel it, and then we can heal it, and we can hopefully, at least that issue, take away some of the sting from the pain of the past. It doesn't mean forget, it just means forgive and let things go. Let people and places and things that have hurt you receive your forgiveness, but you never forget. You just stop letting it control how you behave and how you move forward. It also isn't a card indicative of maybe it's time to have a counselor on board. Maybe it's time to really have those regular coffee dates with that trusted confidant, someone that is like a star in your life. They do bring healing, loving, light-filled energy when you meet up with them. So something to consider there. Lots of different ways to go with these cards. Internal energy for you is major arcana for the sign of Scorpio. So you could know a Scorpio, you could have Scorpio somewhere in your chart, but this is death and rebirth. So inside of you, Libra, in this moment, this is your solar return. It's your happy birthday month. This is your celebratory energy. The old you is passing. There's just no two ways about it. The old you is leaving. The new you is coming. So death and rebirth is not about finality. It's not about death being the end. It means something is ending so something new can be born. The door is not opening without windows closing. There's just always this rebirth after something that's dying. It's not an ending, it's not permanent. There's always just a state of transformation, one thing transforming into the next, and that's you. I think inside of you, you are transforming. And I think that's another benefit for going into your hermit mode so that you can transform in a healthy way. External to you is someone keeping their cards a little close to their chest. This person is holding their coin purse up against their heart chakra. So it is somebody that uses their money rather than giving their heart. It's easier for them to spend money on you. Someone that maybe is a little bit too tight, too frugal. And so where you want to just, hey, let's go take that trip. Let's go out and go get our two of wands, the one wand that we want to go explore and see and do and adventure. This person is closed off, closed up, not interested in pursuing their adventures, their heart, because they're just a little afraid, and it makes them feel safe to keep their coins covering their heart. But that's also blocking their heart chakra. That's also making them appear a little bit on the frugal side. This can also be your energy to how you're experiencing your environment. So you could be going into your environment just playing your cards a little close to your vest, which is not a bad thing. It's protection, but it just also know that when you're doing that, you're also blocking your heart. Our heart is meant to give love and receive love, but when you are keeping something blocking, like maybe it is your money, maybe it is your time, it's pentacles, so it's money, effort, time, energy, you're blocking the free exchange by keeping that covered up. And your head's turned to the side, you're not even making eye contact, you're just kind of being in this little bit protective kind of energy, which maybe the environment calls for that. This is your reading. Don't make it fit if it's not your reading, but this is just very interesting as we move into the hopes and the fears. Another major arcana, this one for the sign of Cancer or Pisces, and this can indicate this is your hopes and your fears. So you could be hoping that things will be revealed in due time, that whatever has been going on behind the scenes, whatever's been kind of hidden from full view, will be revealed when it's meant to. You are hoping that whatever it is that's been going on behind closed doors will be positive. You're really hoping it seems like you're on the other side of some emotional news or some emotional announcement. You just kind of feel like you are bobbing in the ocean of emotions right now. You're kind of just waiting to see, waiting to hear what's going to happen. You don't know if it's good, you don't know if it's bad. You're hoping that it will all be revealed when it's meant to, but you're also kind of fearing what that news could be. Could it affect you in a positive or negative way? What does it mean for me exactly? Is this something to do with your love life? Is this something to do with your career? There's some secrets, and you've got your hopes and fears about that. And what is your final outcome? Oh my. Okay. So your final outcome, Libra, is mastering your heart space. I mean, the confidence that is exuded from this King of Cups. And this is just the masculine achievement of the Suit of Cups, which it's male or female. You don't have to be a man or a woman to have the masculine form of mastering your heart. Understanding that your heart space is a gift. I love that this individual is not touching his cup. His cup sits there He knows the value that he brings to the table. I'm saying he because it's a he in the card, but please don't be confused by my pronouns that I'm throwing out there. It's just the energy that he understands what his value is. He doesn't have to bargain. He doesn't have to convince. He doesn't have to beg, plead, convince anybody of his worth or his value or that he deserves to be loved. He knows that he's worthy of that. And what he gives, he gets. There is this emanation coming from his heart space. He just knows that his confidence, his security, his ability to be calm, cool, and collected in any situation is where he is the manifester. It's psychic. It is anything that the male energy brings to the table, which is usually the dynamic external version of that energy. So the display of that calm, that I want to say facade, but it's not a fake. It's true. It's so in touch with their feelings and their emotions and the energy that they bring into the room. They understand that exchange. They understand that I'm bringing this and I create my environment and I am the manifester of whatever it is that's in my emotional heart space. And that is the final outcome for the month of October, is whatever started off with this mental analysis paralysis and all this heartbreak needing to get healed. But we know that the star is looking down on us, and we know that going within is how we're going to really heal things. We're kind of in transformation, and we're working towards final outcome being the King of Cups, the external showing of our feelings and our emotions from a very grounded, centered, secure way. I think that in and of itself is awesome. So Libra, let me give you a oracle card to finish off the reading. One final card to share with you so that you can have it to go forward. This says, Golden Map. When you align your desires with Spirit's plan, you are truly blessed. Your affirmation is, I fulfill my true purpose. Wow. Beautiful. Libra, please like, subscribe, share, follow, comments. Any interaction with the channel is so appreciated, and I really do feel grateful that you're here. Be blessed, be well. Namaste.